Shvab, and I'm a hat designer based in London. Today, I would like to introduce and show you a very beautiful decorative techniques that looks absolutely beautiful for hats and fascinators, and it is called a rolling edge. Rolling edge is created on fabrics, Sinamay straw, Pinokpok straw, which is very similar to Sinamay straw, but it's a bit tighter weave. And it looks very beautiful. You can create a rolling edge on the bigger pieces or smaller pieces, steam straw, and mold it into different beautiful shapes. So let me show you first different examples of the rolling edge, and then we'll start decorating the hats and learn more about this beautiful technique. So this is one of the hats. It's quite old hat, but I still have it as one of the first hats that I've made. And this is an example of rolling edge, and you can see how lovely it looks on the edge. So basically the technique rolling edge is literally rolling the edge, which helps to prevent the material from fraying, and also it creates a beautiful, nice finishing touch to your decorations. And you can create rolling edge on the leaves, you can create rolling edge on a stripe of fabric. Very much depends what you have in mind. So for example, this one was cut on a bias strip, and quite a wide piece of bias strip, and rolled on the edges, and then shaped with a steam and molded in this beautiful decorative shape. And this one, this is another hat piece, one of my writer collection hats, and it also has lovely rolling edges on Sinamay straw, which I cut on a leaf-like shape and then twisted with the help of the steam. So you can see how beautiful you can locate it around the hat, and it looks very beautiful, very gentle, very tender, and very beautiful for bridal or casual wear or occasion wear designs. And this is another hat, and this is the example that we will be making today. This also rolling edge on a leaf-like shape. So as you can see, on this hat, it's just a hat base, a very basic hat base, very nice, I would say like halo style, as it goes around your hat, and it has a little bit of volume and these decorative designs, and that's it, and a touch of gold leaves. And it's quite a simplicity of design, but it looks very effective, very beautiful. It creates floating sort of movement, a dynamic, which I personally love. I don't like when hats look very static, especially that the hat, let me show you how it looks, especially that the hat goes on a side, and you can see how the shape, the hat itself creates volume. It's quite tall, and together with the decorative leaves that are in a very dynamic shape, create really beautiful movement. So you can wear it slightly on the side or on the hat like this. Very much up to you how you would like to position the hat. And elastic goes underneath your hair, which secures it really nicely on your hat. So let's delve into how to make those beautiful rolling edges. And in the meantime, do say hello. I would like to hear from you. And as usual, it's live session, so you're free to ask any questions about millinery, about different techniques, about different tips that you would like to hear. And while we have the session, I will try to answer as many questions as I can. All right, so first of all, so I have the base. I'm going to create exactly the same hat as this one, but in black, as I want to add it to my collection. It's always nice to have different colors of the same hat that you can show your clients, and they can choose which color they prefer. So it will be designed similar way to this hat, rolling edges, rolling edge leaves, and a touch of gold. But the touch of gold will be at the end. First, we need to create the leaves. And I already prepared leaves. There are 8 in total. I'm not going to create all of them today, but I'm just going to show you how to make it. So that's quite, I think I cut a bit more than I needed, but anyway, it's best to have more rather than less. One of the most important things is that you cut the shape on the bias, because it's very much important that one of the sides is quite stretchy. So if you're wondering what bias is on the straw, so I have this example of Sinamay straw and how to cut, how to find the bias straw, the bias on the straw. Okay, so let's say this is a straight line and this is a straight line. In order to find bias, I simply fold one of the sides. Well, it goes 90 degrees this side and 45 degrees to the selvage of this side. And you can also check if it's a bias by stretching the straw, and you can see that it stretches. If it stretches, then it is a bias and you are doing the right thing. So simply like that. Bias is the stretches side of the straw, of the Sinamay straw specifically, because it's a woven fabric, similar to any other woven fabric, whether it's in millinery or in fashion, it doesn't really matter. Bias is the same thing for every fabric. So very important to cut it, to fold the material on the bias, and you can create a template of any shape that basically you like. I have a template of a leaf that I love, and it's part of most of my hats, as I just showed you before. I think I forgot the, just wait a second. Okay, as usual, there's always something that I would forget, but this is my template, and it's also folded in half. So this is how I can check whether I'm placing the template correctly on the fabric. So you place your template like that with the tip on the bias side. Trace it with a chalk, or you can just cut the fabric as it is. So it's very important that this side that you fold, it's exactly on the bias, parallel to this line. And then you simply cut the shape. So this is the shape that I prepared, and I'm going to show you how to start the rolling edge. All right. So, well, maybe 2 words about the fabric. This is a Pinokpok, and the one that I used before, this is a Sinamay straw. The difference between these 2 fabrics, it's made of the same yarn. This is a banana straw, amazingly. That makes the fabric 100% natural. The difference is that Sinamay straw has a slightly more open weave rather than Pinokpok. Pinokpok has a tighter weave. So when you block a hat, it looks very less transparent rather than Sinamay straw, because it doesn't matter how many layers you apply, but the Sinamay straw, you still see the transparency through it, 2, 3, even 4 layers. So in order to get rid of the transparency, because sometimes I don't want it in the hats, I use a last layer as Pinokpok, which prevents the transparency, and it looks like a very nice and solid hat. So back to creating a bias strip. First of all, we're going to need some tap water. It's just a regular tap water, and this is a regular traveling size spray bottle. The reason I'm using it is because it's very soft and it's not going to apply too much moisture on our fabric straw. And it's very much important that I do not apply too much, but just a little bit to soften the straw so it doesn't break. And it helps to soften the material, because water softens the straw, and it helps to create beautiful and rolling edge. All right, so in the meantime, there's a message. Hello, Elena. What material is the gold leaf made from? Watching from USA. Hello. It's fabric. So material that I'm using for metallic leaf, it's a technique that I'm using for my hats, and it is a metallic foil on fabric. So I bond these two materials in order to create beautiful metallic looking decorations. Hope that answers your question. And yeah, it looks very beautiful in hats, fascinators, and um, headbands and other decorations. So back to the rolling edge. I usually start from this point because I find it much easier. You can start from the edge, it doesn't really matter. But what we need to do first is spray with a little bit of tap water to soften the straw, but not to make it wet, because otherwise the material will become too soft and the rolling edge will not stay as we want it to be, and we want it to be very, very pressed and solid. So first, I stretch the fabric a little bit to help me to get started. And as a first step, I'm slightly folding the fabric and roll the edge a little bit towards the center. Just a little bit, not too much. So this is what we are looking for, slightly rolled edge. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit more water because it's a hot day and the straw dries really fast. And then I'm gonna continue stretching the straw because it helps for the rolling technique. And I'm going to roll again towards the center. And this is how I progress, rolling a little bit. And one of the most important things is that you place your material or your thumbs and you help to roll with these fingers. So basically, there are 4 fingers that are participating in this technique. And you do not fold the material like this, you roll. So it's literally rolling edge. Because if you fold, you will not create a really nice, beautiful rolling edge. And you also have to press your fingers really tightly and even feel these muscles right here. So if you feel the muscles, you're doing a good job. Don't feel the muscles, start pressing the edge even more. And then you continue until you get up to the end. Okay, there you go. So I would apply spray water from time to time. Okay, to let me know if you need more instructions or can you see properly. I would appreciate some feedback from your side about this tutorial, whether you can hear me properly and if you can see what I'm doing, trying to be more closely to the camera so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And also if you're at home and your materials are next to you, you can make those railing edges together with me. There you go. So the bottom of the fabric I'm supporting with this, with the thumbs, and the rolling technique is the action itself is happening with these fingers. Rolling down, stretching the fabric from time to time as it helps. And if you have any other questions, do let me know. I would like to hear from you, and do like this video if you're enjoying it and if it's helpful and inspirational. Also, please do support my work by subscribing to my channel. It really helps to support and so that more people can find this tutorial and learn together with you. So I'm continuing rolling. So this is not one of the fastest ways, but it's definitely very much important to take your time and really press the material so that you create a really nice and tight edge, and the rolling edge should stay where it is without moving backwards. So if it does move, it means that you applied maybe too much water, or maybe you did not apply too much pressure in order to create a really nice and tight edge. One of the tips that I would like to recommend is that before you start rolling any edges on any material, it's best to stiffen the fabric first so it's more stiff and easier to work with. You can use either pre-stiffened Sinamay straws. Usually they do come as pre-stiffened and they're much easier to work anyway. So if you purchase Sinamay straw, always try to purchase pre-stiffened or stiff Sinamay straw. It will make your life easier. If you have a regular straw, Sinamay straw without the stiffener, you do have to stiffen it either with water-based stiffener or chemical stiffener, whatever you have available. There are quite a few videos about how to stiffen a Sinamay straw on my channel, so you might have a look. So in the meantime, while I was talking, so I finished rolling one of the sides. This is how it looks, and this is basically what I'm looking for. Very tight edge, very nice edge, and because it also creates sort of a curve, I would stretch it a little bit in order to straighten the edge. There. And what I'm going to do now is roll this side. Again, I'm applying a little bit of water, but again, not too much. And I'm going to start from the center of the leaf. I'm going to stretch first the fabric a little bit. I'm going to fold a little bit just to get started. And I'm going to start rolling. Basically pressing the fabric and rolling. When you press the fabric, it really helps for it to roll. And there you go, just like that. And then you continue and up to the end. So the edges, I take care of the edges, the last thing. It very much depends how the decoration is going to look like. Some of the edges I do need to stitch with the thread, so they don't open up. Some of the edges that go inside, I don't really need to do anything because they're not going to be visible. So first I would have to decide how I'm going to apply the rolling edge decoration on the hat, and then I'm going to take care of the edges. In the meantime, I'm just going to roll the sides. And in the meantime, for everyone who's watching, please do like this video so that I know that you're enjoying and that you like the tutorial and it's useful and informative. And do comment and let me know a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what do you like in millinery, why do you like this video? I would absolutely love to hear from you. And as usual, during live sessions, you can always ask questions and I'm happy to answer. And while I was talking, the straw dried, so I had to apply a little bit more water. You always have to apply water to keep it damp, not wet, just a little bit damp, because when the straw is too wet, it will open up. It's too soft. Water softens the fabric very, very, very much. So a lot of water is required when you use Sinamay straw for blocking to keep it really wet and pliable and flexible. But for decorations, you need just a little bit of water, not too much. So depending what you do in millinery, you do use the water, but the amount of water that you use is very important. So as I mentioned before, for everyone who just joining the tutorial, you have to press the rolling edge really tightly so you can feel your muscles right here. If you're not feeling your muscles, have to start pressing even more, because it helps to create a really nice and tight edge. So I'm stretching the fabric and rolling, stretching and rolling, stretching and rolling. So you always keep the fingers attached together. You do not let them go. There. And I finished the whole piece. Da-da-da. How pretty it is. And it is ready for decorating the hat. So at this point, you have to decide how exactly you're going to apply your decoration on the hat. So you can adjust two sides together and create a few more in order, and it could be a really lovely flower or something like that, right? Or just quite nice. Or you can twist. Steam usually always helps a lot to mold the decoration, or just a little bit of water, and then you twist and hold, waiting until it dries. So I'm twisting it a little bit, and then I can apply it right here at the bottom and secure there. And you see it all, now it creates a little bit of dynamic, which looks really, really beautiful. And then you secure with the invisible thread or black matching thread, whatever works. So let me show you how to secure the edge so it looks neat and solid. So I'm going to trim a little bit of the edge like this. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue. And this is one of the best glues ever for millinery. It dries very fast. It's very clear when it dries, and it doesn't smell, and it's also very strong. So what I'm using when I need to use the glue, I'm using Yoo-hoo, but just teeny tiny, so you don't see the glue on your hat. The whole purpose of glue is just help you to keep the fabric in place while you manipulate the rest. So I applied a little bit here, and now I'm going to fold a little bit towards inside. Okay, and now I'm going to roll both sides, one side towards another side, rolling them together to join there. Okay. Then I'm just going to trim this little bit of the straw. It's not that easy to do this in front of the camera, believe me, but I'm really, really trying. So what you get at the end is something like that, really nice and neat. And then to fix that, I'm going to use a little bit of single thread, not double, just single. You do need to make a little knot at the end, and starting from the inside to hide the knot, I'm going to stitch both sides together, stitching through with invisible thread stitch. There. Okay, just a little bit is enough. A few stitches quite enough. Secure the knot and cut the thread. So now one of the sides is securely attached with a thread and a little bit of glue. If you have a little bit of glue visible, nail polish remover will help you to get rid of glue stains. So that's a really nice tip I'm sharing with you. Okay, and there, you place it right here. You choose where you would like to place, you place it and secure either with the invisible thread or same color black thread, and voila. And then you create as many rolling edges decorations as you need. For my design, I needed 8. You can create 10, you can create just few, you can decorate with flowers and feathers and just add 1, 2, or 3 decorations like that. It's absolutely up to you. This is a really, really amazing technique to try and experiment with and incorporate into your hats and in your designs. So for example, having just one little piece, I can show you with, for example, this hat. I just finished working on this hat. This is a boat hat. Love it, absolutely love it. I still have to stitch the lining and place the Petersham ribbon inside. But as for now, it's quite finished, and this is how it looks like. So I have this hat in blue. I'm also going to make this hat in pink. Absolutely amazing technique of applying fabric on hats, and it looks very effective. So bias strip, rolling edge, sorry, not bias strip, rolling edge can be placed as a decoration even on fabric hats, as you can see. It looks very nice. You can use the contrast colors of Sinamay straw or Pinokpok. There's so many beautiful colors. For example, let me show you. There's exactly the hat behind me with, oh, all right. Okay. So nothing happened. Everything is fine. All hats alive. And this is another technique of, not technique, another example of a hat with a rolling edge. This beautiful pillbox hat, and I sprayed this Sinamay straw with gold spray. Another really amazing technique of how you can manipulate Sinamay straw with spray paint. So you can try silver, gold, copper, other beautiful colors, and you can just you arrange the decorations on your hat, on the pillbox hat, and it looks absolutely stunning. So all you need is just a hat base, and if you don't know how to block a pillbox, or you don't want to block a pillbox, you can always purchase from millinery suppliers. There's a lot of beautiful shapes that you can use, and all you can do is just create decorations, and have a lot of different techniques of how to make Sinamay flowers, how to make Sinamay bows. Now it's how to make rolling edge, and you just play with the Sinamay straw and apply it on your hats. You can purchase the materials from the link in the description of the video. The trimming company is a UK-based millinery supplier who has all the materials, everything that you need, and the supplier where I purchase my materials as well. And you can find everything in just one place: stiffener, Sinamay straw, Pinokpok, elastic, combs for securing the hats, even hat bases. Have a range of beautiful hat bases. So the link is in the description. Have a look, and you also receive a 10% discount for purchasing your materials. So go ahead, have a look, and enjoy choosing the materials and different amazing colors for your hats. They also have Petersham ribbons that are very much important for placing here on the bottom of the hat as a sweatband. And there's what I would need to do right here as well. So you can see there's a lining, and then you place the Sinamay, the Petersham ribbon right there. And I think I lost the track of what I was talking about, and it was about the rolling edge. So this is another example of this beautiful hat for you to see how you can arrange the decorations, and it can be in many different, absolutely different creative ways. So all you have to do is just start making and experimenting and placing them on the hat, or the hat bases, or headbands, fascinators, drawers, in order that you seem that it looks beautiful for you. Another thing that I wanted to share is about the Fascinator straw bases, not related to the rolling edge. I think this we covered, and it looks really lovely. But a little tip that I would like to share for everyone who wants to make their hats, and who makes their own bases and blocking. Important thing is about the millinery wire that goes inside the hat. As you can see, this hat, I just blocked it and removed it from the hat block. So there are like 2 or 3 layers of Sinamay straw and 1 top layer of Pinokpok, but it's still quite flexible, and we would like to make it quite solid. Like, for example, this hat, it's quite solid. Why is it solid? Because it has a wire inside. And for wire, this is millinery wire, 1.2 millimeters. And I specifically purchased white wires because they're perfect for ivory, white, light color hats. But for darker colors, or for other colors, what you can do is apply a matching color with a matching marker. And because this is a cotton covered millinery wire, you can easily do so. It's quite easy. And then one color, white Sinamay, white wire with cotton thread, you can turn into different colors that you need. It's quite handy and it's quite helpful. Tip for fascinator hats, for like small hats, I can advise you just need 1 millimeter wide. Millinery wire. For bigger hats like these ones, I would suggest 1.2 millimeters because the wire is a bit stronger and we need the support for the base. So 1 millimeter is quite soft but good for like teeny tiny bases. But for these hats, I would always suggest 1.2 to keep the strength and create the hat. Keep it firm because it's very much important. And you place the wire right inside, underneath, in this like right here inside the hat, and you stitch it with a wire stitch. I have this technique of how to stitch this Sinamay, how to stitch a wire to Sinamay straw to felt. It's quite the same in my video course, how to block Sinamay straw hats. It's in my membership account, and if you still have not signed up for my membership tutorials, please do so. There's so many different amazing courses, hat courses, very detailed. So if you would like to learn about my courses about millinery, how to make hats and headbands, how to block felts more professionally and achieving a better quality, so the membership is for you. You can sign up by following the link in the description of the video. Simply follow the link and choose member section, member, because there are two different variations. For contributors, this is your really generous support of the video of this channel, and also members who can get the access to all video tutorials that are available to members only. You can unsubscribe at any time. The cost of the membership is £4.99, and you can watch as long as you want, and then you can unsubscribe and then subscribe again. It's up to you, but I would really recommend, as a lot of amazing detailed courses are available on my membership channel. So I think this would be all for today, and I do hope you enjoyed the tutorial, you enjoyed and learned useful tips on how to create a beautiful rolling edge. And I do hope that you will also try to make one at home, decorating your hats, and I would love to see your results. Please do let me know if you like this tutorial. Do sign up for my channel, my YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so that you don't miss next tutorial. And I have a lot of tutorials prepared on different subjects, so they will be very useful, I hope, and very educational. So do show your support by liking this video, by subscribing to my YouTube channel, and do check my membership channel as well if you would like to learn millinery like a professional, because I'm sharing a lot of useful tips, more detailed tips, and full courses about how to make beautiful hats. So thank you so much for joining, and I do hope you enjoyed, and I do welcome you next time I go live or publish my next video tutorial. And in the meantime, thank you so much. Comment below, do share your opinions, and I will see you next time. Bye.